Hey there everybody, Matt here for Matt's Trains and Tractors. Earlier today I picked up a new arrival from Lionel, and that is their all-new Santa Fe 484 in the Fantasy Warbonnet paint scheme. Ever since this locomotive was cataloged in Volume 1 of 2023's catalog, I've been super excited for its arrival, and today is that day, so let's dive right into it. Santa Fe 484 locomotives, also known as the Northern type, were a series of steam locomotives used by the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway. The Santa Fe Railway began using the 484 locomotives in the 1920s, and these powerful and efficient engines played a crucial role in hauling both freight and passenger trains across the Santa Fe system. First impressions, this thing looks awesome. I was a little bit surprised by the color. I think in the catalog, the gray looked a little bit whiter, or a little bit lighter, a little bit closer to white, but honestly, I love the way it looks. It's very reminiscent of that black bonnet paint scheme, but I'm really excited to put both the locomotive and the tender next to each other. Let's get it out of the box and on the rails. All right, the tender has great weight to it. It looks awesome. I'm gonna get it on the rails. Well, there you have it right there. That is 2901 Warbonnet Legacy 484 Santa Fe. All right, so we've got the 484 on the rails and it looks terrific. I love the paint scheme. As you can see, we've got a separate smokestack on here. This is one of 3 smokestacks. I figured I'd put this curved one on here for the review right now, but maybe later on in the video we'll change it to one of the other additional ones. Starting up front here on the top of the engine, we have a nice bell. It does move, but it does not swing in operation, but that's okay as this is only a legacy locomotive. We've got illuminated marker lights on either side of the boiler. 2901 is clearly printed below the headlight up here on the smoke box, and then I like this little railing that goes here. A lot of separately applied details and grab irons. Nice steps down here, the cow catcher, and we have a nice dummy scale coupler and a coupler cut bar right down there. Moving a little bit further back on the engine to its front side profile, I'm actually going to start at the bottom here because I love this metal bracket and ladder from the cylinder to these drive rotors up here. I think it looks really awesome. This is an addition you don't normally see on steam locomotives, however it looks great here. I think the engine has really good height to it. Comparing it to the pipette, it is actually about the same height as the pipette when the pipette is compared to the smokestack, which is really cool. We'll find out if these boards are illuminated, but they should be illuminated during operation. Right here we have a cap on top of the boiler, which does come off, where you can access your Bluetooth, run program, main smoke, and whistle smoke. That's right, we do have whistle smoke on board here, this 484. As we continue back, nice separately applied detailing, cool rivet and bolt detailing that goes down both sides of the boiler here. Nice detailing down here on the drive rotors and on the wheels. I think the wheels look great. Like I said, that black and black looks solid. Further back on the locomotive, I love this piping and induction detailing that takes place up here. I'm not exactly sure what it's used for, but I assume it has something to do with air, as it does look like air piping and vents. Nice steam regulator up here. And cool covering down here by the firebox. I like how they kept it pretty plain and didn't put too many bolts and riveting details. We've got the trailing trucks down here. This is a 484 steam locomotive. So we've got 4 up here on the lead truck, 8 drive wheels, and then 4 wheels back here on the trailing truck. 2901 is clearly printed below the cab. We've got a nice hand-painted fireman and locomotive operator crew figure on the inside of the cab. The 2900 class of Santa Fe's 484s did not run off of coal, which is why there's no coal load on top of the tender. The tender is really large and sleek. Santa Fe, and the logo is clearly printed here, the Chief logo, which we actually have on the wall above the layout on the other side of the room. I love this swoosh here, and this is a nice accent to the black bonnet paint scheme, but instead of being black here, it's gray, so it's the Warbonnet paint scheme. Atop the tender, these doors do open up, which is a really nice detail, and when you close them, they sound really good against that die-cast metal. At the back of the tender, we've got our electro coupler down here, a nice ladder going up the middle of the tender, and 2901 clearly printed on the back of the tender, which looks great. We've got a nice tail light up here and some cool ladder detailings down there. I also want to point out all the bolt and riveting details. It looks like one big tic-tac-toe board going across the side of the tender. I like that detailing and it looks awesome.
Train 1 brakeman to train 1 conductor. East end of the train is clear. Clear to depart westbound on your signal. Over.
Train 1 conductor, station work is complete. You're okay to proceed. Let's pull.
That sounds terrible. listen to the 5 different bells. I like that last one, so let's keep it there.
Tower, ready to make our pull. Clear to pull east. Over.
You are clear through my limits. Out.
Alrighty everybody, well that's just about going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the review and running session of this new arrival. 484 is great and I absolutely love the paint scheme, and we'll be making a lot more videos with the locomotive in the future. Along with the locomotive, I also picked up some rolling stock. That includes GLA Hopper 2-pack and some other things that you'll be seeing in future videos. Click here to subscribe and click here to watch the review of the Greenbrier that went up a few months ago. Have a good one. Stay safe, stay tuned.